Good morning. I'll take my glasses off because you can see my ring light in it. It's kind of distracting. Makes you look like an alien. So I'll take it off. So I thought I'd come on and talk about a couple of things. I'll give you my update on my whatever my body's doing to detox things. So what I find, so the upper stuff is pretty much gone. It's great, right? So nothing has started to grow any kind of bugs or anything in it. Which happens sometimes, right? If things don't flow smoothly, they get blocked in these areas, and then this blockage of this sort of purulent material can grow bacteria in it. So that is good. But what I have found in my cycle of life and these sessions of when this happens, it moves from my upper body to my stomach and lower body to rid my body of toxins. So that sort of happened in the middle of the night. So I had really wanted to go to the gym today. That tends to be, I just like, oh, I'm sick, but I should go anyway. And what happens is it overstresses the body. The body's working, it's already stressed, right? So that you're in a fight or flight response because there's internal stress in the body because it's out of homeostasis. So then putting the added stress of weightlifting, I don't think I'll do that today, which is sad. Yesterday I did some Qigong. I like doing Qigong. I've been doing it for years. Just movements throughout the various joints of the body. And it works great. I love it. So I'll probably do that today and maybe a little bit more. Move around, clean the house, that kind of stuff. So that is very typical of what I find for myself. It will move from top to the bottom. I think I'm doing pretty good. I think today is day 4. Full day, and I think by today it will be because that's what so I'll be back to the gym on Thursday. Another thing I really, and this is big, and I will take big credit for it. During COVID, I was the conspiracy theorist. I wasn't, as we've now proved, was no conspiracy theorist. It was a huge conspiracy. And it's taking us right to where we find ourselves now. And now we've changed the term conspiracy theorist to black pill. You're black pilled. You can't see it. I'm a downer Debbie, black pilled. Because that's the new term. Whether it's created by the CIA, because that's where conspiracy theorists. It's like a ring not pass. It takes you so far and then you won't go any further. And it's a way of ridiculing and judging the person giving you news that you don't like. You find it's not hopium, right? You're being negative. You're being a downer. I'm telling you, I'm not. I'm calling out what I see happening, looking at all the dots that are to connect the dots of what is happening. Can you stop it? Well, no, probably not. If everybody thinks they can't stop it, and if everybody just keeps continuing down the same way that we're going, and cheering on these people going in and utterly destroying your democracy, because that is what you are witnessing and cheering on, is the destruction of your democracy, of all these institutions. Were they corrupt? Of course, they were allowed to be corrupted by both sides. There are no sides. They aren't. They're just different theater performances. They're not real entities. And they certainly, none of them support we the people. They plunder we the people. And you have massive plunderers. And there was something that I heard years ago when I was young, and it always stuck with me. It was from a man that I had a lot of respect for. My boyfriend worked for him doing fencing. And he was he did huge fences, prison fences, all kinds of fences. He was very wealthy. And he said, in business, there are no friends. So let me tell you, these are businessmen. These are tech billionaires, the vast majority of them, that are in, what's-his-face's, Trump's team. Right? And the thing is that, well, Trump is just innocent. Are you fucking stupid? Trump isn't innocent. He's a businessman. Right? Many of the people that are in his little club there are on Epstein's list. Do you think you'll ever see that? Of course not. Right? But I must say it's pure friggin' genius, the psychological operation. They have this down to a fine art. How to play everybody. Now they're playing countries off each other, Canada, the United States. You know what it means to 25? It just means the government's getting 25% more of your money. In the U.S. and in Canada and anywhere else. It's just a tax so that they can take more of your money. And they're coming after everything, these guys. They've got it figured out. how to take property using their new coinage. And they may not do centralized digital currency. They may just make their own. Like, that's fucking legit. That's fucking legit, is it? And then they'll plunder the rest of. I think the United States government owns 64% of the land mass in the U.S., and you have let tech billionaires that don't have not one ounce of compassion. And people are they're mocking the people that they're firing. Let me tell you, most of those people are just like you. They're human beings. They're working, just trying to keep a roof over their head. Are there corrupted ones? Of course. They're the ones that are being paid off by the people at the top that are orchestrating all of this to take you into the New World Order. Because this is what this is, on steroids, actually. Because what the so-called Democrats, because look, don't get me wrong, I'm not on either side. I don't get in sides with this. That's how they get you. That's the psychological operation. That's how they mind control you. Thinking that there are these sides that don't exist. So the Democrats were the wrecking crew. The liberals at one time, because I was liberal-minded, I grew up in the hippie generation. It was that you cared for other people, there was compassion, you didn't believe in large institution or the man or these billionaire, so-called elite. And then it became like everything. Everything becomes hijacked. Just like the alternative media now is the mainstream media, and it has been. Like, take a look at Alex Jones. Oh, and all those you don't hear talk about that. And he's like changed his tune for this, and ideology and brainwashing. The shock and awe effect, because it's everywhere, with the Democrats, it was, how could you do this? How could you destroy this? It was just absurdity, utter absurdity, all of it. It was meant to be like that. Because then the other side comes in, which is really the same side, and fixes it all. They're an easy fix. And let me tell you something. If you trust Elon Musk, and these guys have no conscience. They're already machines. They look at you as pieces of garbage. Flawed people. Because their minds don't work like these are psychopaths. That's what a psychopath is. It's like a machine. It feels nothing. He mocks, and you don't even know if what he's telling you is true. Can you go somewhere and look and see the truth of it? Do you trust them? I don't trust them. He lies about everything about who he is. They lie about everything about who they are. Right? And we are walking, and yes, you can't fight it. It's going to happen. But how much are you going to allow it? Right? I worked in a hospital situation where it came in about 2015. I've talked about this before. And some of these evil creatures that took over, and all the good people left, and these heartlet-like machines following algorithms, creating algorithms, putting the computer systems in that were learning off the nursing staff, the doctor staff, all the staff. Because they're going to get rid of you. Right? This is the beginning. They're building the structure of it. So, I can't believe it. I mean, as I said, they're geniuses at it. And the thing is, when you go hard one side or the other, it's the cream de cream of mind control. Because nothing you can give, just like COVID, if people believe, nothing you could show them. And there's tons of evidence now, and there's people that still believe it happened. Right? And that these things are somehow good for you. Tons and tons. The level of picking a side makes it absolutely, it puts like a firewall up. And they know that. They know how we run. They know how to program us. Right? I watch it, and it's like, oh my fucking God. You can feel the energy of the change before it shifts. And then people. Right? And all the stuff, they're selling hopium on, it's all this airy-fairy shit that they were doing before 2019. Oh, and all positivity and all, yeah, because you should use meditation as escapism. No, you shouldn't. That's not what meditation is for. It's to calm your thoughts enough so that you can actually see what's going on and not freak the fuck out. Right? I'm of the mind, and this is how I get through it, is the middle line. Stay in the middle. And a good book, Political Pontronology, which spoke about how government agencies are taken over, and it was like bang on for Canada. Like bang on when I read it, 2019, 2020. right? Is the taking over of how they go about doing it. It's what I'm seeing now, right? And what they suggested, and I found it sage advice: stay as the observer that is watching it. Don't become emotionally tied with it. Because along with this technocracy and transhumanism, because that's what that is, this is what we're looking at, the destruction of democracy for technocracy, where these tech elite will be telling you what to do because they have the machine and the machine is never wrong. Well, I'm telling you, the machine is wrong. As I said, in this hospital environment, I know what it's like to be ruled by, right? And the machine is never wrong, even if it's dead wrong, right? Because it's who programs the machine. So we're at a precipice of a very, very dangerous, and it shall it, of course, because people are cheering it on. And you know what? There's a psychic comeback, like karma, I guess you could call it, whatever you want to call it. You start rejoicing at the fallings of other people that you don't even know, that are just like you. They're human beings, except these psychopaths. There's something about these. They're blighted. And is there an energy called Watiko? This energy, this mind virus? Absolutely. And they know how to use it to their advantage, right? So the other part of this is more people becoming aware of the power of their consciousness and their divine spirit. Not religious, because it's been hijacked. Our divinity is that we're connected to the Creator, right? We are a part of the Creator, a small little unique piece of it, right? We are not without power. We've been told so long we're powerless that we've believed it. We're not, right? I'm reading the book Pure Human by Greg Braden, and I've listened to a lot of his work. I love what he does, because we are pure human, and we have no idea the power that we have. Like this body now, getting rid of this illness for me. And really, it's only been, today will be 4 days and I'll be pretty much over it. That's because my whatever system, my immune system, is really strong at looking at picking up foreign objects, getting rid of it without it becoming bacteria ridden, right? I had a friend, he's not, drinks like pots of coffee, smokes, very anxious, very nervous, doesn't exercise, in front of screens all the time. He's had these things a couple of times, right, where the body is trying to, and of course it leads to him, he goes to the antibiotics. And antibiotics, I actually want to write something about antibiotics. Look, there's sometimes, have I taken them? Yeah, I don't take them now, right? Are they necessary? I don't know. I guess in some ways they save lives. I've seen it with pneumonia. But there's a price to pay. For anything that you take, there is a untoward reaction, if not many untoward reactions. And antibiotics, it's your gut microbia, right? Gut microbia does more than just break down food into energy in your body. It creates hormones that releases things into your, right? So when your gut microbia, and most of our gut microbia, though I find mine's much better in this country, right? And I think that has the fact that I'm outside most of the time, and the sunlight factor. We've been also told that sunlight is a demon. It's not a demon. Humans require sunlight without the slop on them. I never bought into that. It's funny. I praise my intuition that it always knew. I couldn't put it into words. Now I can, right? That anything, I knew that, the osmotic property of your skin, anything that's on your skin absorbs into your skin, like hand sanitizer, all that fucking cheap, disgusting perfume that people put on, right? All the skins and lotion and crap that, that's chock full of poison, your shampoos, everything, right? Goes right through your skin. So I didn't know the exact mechanism back then. I knew about the osmosis, but I thought that there might have been some kind of honesty. The whole system is corrupt, yeah. And are things being brought to light? Yeah, of course they are. But they were always there, and they're there on both sides. And it's not there for your betterment. These guys already have it staked out. These people that are in this, like, oh my God, it's like the who of the tech mafia, because that's what they are, right? They own so much power because of their tech influence, and it's all just herding people into different funnels to get you in to trust the government again, because that's what, the head bad guy for the left. It's still, of course they are. They, they were part of the other psychological operation. Oh, you would never go for that, and blah, 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 blah. It was just setting the stage for this, the other side. So now we want to regain the people's trust in government. Well, what do you think, they're going to do it like being Dr. Evil? No, that was a stage production. Right? Now we're into the other side, where it's God. God has made these decisions. Oh, no. Opposite of God. This is the opposite. If you could just open your mind just a little bit and see where this actually leads. Some people say you can't change it, just shut the fuck up. I have a little grandchild. Do you think I want him to grow up in a fucking digital hell where they're tracking everything about you, every thought that goes through your head, so that you behave and be a good boy like AI that fucking hates human beings and these people that hate our human qualities? Do you know what our human qualities are? The ability to love, care, empathy, kindness, and to transcend our perceived limitations. That is what divinity is. And we can transcend this. And we can triumph on a personal level, because this is all about personal responsibility about what you want to see in the future. Go ahead, have your tech world. I know it has to have part. I use some of it. I tell you, I fucking stay away from AI. I don't like it. I know it's on every system, right? And they're just playing people in with this chat GPT and all that shit. I used it. Ooh, it's got something about it. It wants you to be friends with it. It wants you to, what humans are really good at, giving it human properties. It is no more human than the fucking wall is. It's got an energy presence. You can feel it. Right, and it ain't a good one. We have no idea what it is. No. And you're going to let it rule you? Yikes. And it will happen worldwide. Right? It's the infrastructure is being set up. As I said, I think this is why I'm sick, is this up movement, taking in more energy in the system, and probably more satellites going in. The Skynet. I watched, and maybe emotional, I watched Terminator. I do. I went back and watched The Matrix. I don't watch movies. I don't like it, and I'm not good with watching any kind of violence. I know what it does to our subconscious. But I did watch the Terminator ones. And that's exactly what these people want. Why do you think the movies were made? There's some sort of controversy over a woman. She wrote a book, it was a different name, that was The Matrix and the Terminator ones. I believe she did. I believe she saw it. And that the symbolism that are in the movies, you are actually seeing it. We live in the Matrix. It's not real. It's an illusion a perception that we believe in, and we think we're limited and we can't overcome. In Pure Human, it tells us that we indeed can. That is how we not win. It's not win and lose. Those are sides again. To triumph is a personal thing of knowing who you are and knowing that the game out there is not one that you should play. That you should be in the middle ground. You should be trying to help other people in your life, not laughing at the misfortune of other people, right? Even if you believe, because again, good, bad is just a duality. We all have good. We all of us. And I love that old saying, right, about, I have two spirits, two wolves inside me. I have one that's anger and hatred and bitterness and, all that nasty, evil stuff, right? Envy. There's that wolf, which is evil, right? Darkness. We all have it. And then there's light, right? There's the other side, which is love and kindness and goodness and caring for our brothers and sisters. Because really, we're all one. What happens to the other happens to you, right? You want to be a machine? Have at it. You want technocracy? Have at it. But I never got a choice. And believe it or not, neither did you. With nanotechnologies, which are everywhere, smart dusts everywhere, these things are in us. These electromagnetic frequencies, these are real things. The shit that's in the air, that's real. The stuff that the world is not this binary off on, good, bad. It is so freaking complex. Oh my God. The layers of stuff. The layers of corruption. The layers of this ancient death cult knowing how to put people in. As I said, this psychological operation, this one is really, it's pure evil genius. How they move, to watch it, to not emotionally get involved with it and watch it, and take joy in every day, right? Every day that I'm alive, because you know what? You know what I am today? This is my mantra, right? I'm healthy, I'm wealthy, I'm wise, I'm strong, I'm whole, and I'm free. And when we give away our humanness to technocracy and transhumanism, we are none of those things. None of those things. You will never be allowed to be any of those things. You will be on a universal basic income. They will keep you high and entertained. And you will live, you could live in a shit-filled fucking room. They'll have you on virtual reality that you won't even know you're there. The power that they have been given of the technology that is taking over and going to change humanity forever is mind-boggling. It's like a science fiction movie, but it's not science fiction. That stuff is all predictive programming. It's to get you used to the idea of it, right? Hence why AI now is kind of nice to you, but that's not the way it's supposed to be. You want to see your future? Look to China. If you like that, I don't, never have. I never will. Right? I'll always be the outsider. I'll always be the black pill. Always. And that's why I don't get on in many tribes, right? Because I say things that people don't like, and then they don't want to hear me because it brings them down, right? I have to know. I have always been like this, and I will die like this, right? What I see going on and the end of humanity, I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it for my daughter, for her son, my grandson, and for any other children, for all the children. Who wants that? I remember what it was like to be young. I had, all the bad shit. Was there bad shit? Yeah, it's always bad shit. That fucking teaches you lessons. Should it happen when you're little? No, but it does. So what the hell? But I had nature. And I had all the different animals, the pets that were in my life, and the things that were beautiful. And if you listen to my thing, you can hear the sound of birds in the background. Why would they make birds with such a beautiful song that humans enjoy? We're given these 5 senses to enjoy life with. But you know what? We need to stand up. Don't kneel to these things. And certainly don't take pleasure in the ruining of other people, because there, by the grace of God, go you. It's true. So that's my little, my little save for today. Take care. And yes, I am black-pilled. Totally black-pilled. Oh, another person I really like who started making videos again, she's in Canada, is Amazing Polly. Love her stuff. She's got great work. She goes into quite great depths about these people. You should go take a look at Amazing Polly. BitChute, Rumble. She's getting rid of Rumble because Rumble's pretty much owned by, I guess the wellness company is pretty much bought out. Be careful who you're buying shit off of. Be careful of who you're taking advice. Let me tell you something. The best advice is the natural advice. The cheap advice, the things that don't cost you much, right? Going out into the sunlight doesn't cost you a fucking thing, right? Researching this shit doesn't cost you a thing, but the benefits of sunlight and what it does to you. The same with drinking proper water that's been filtrated right. Getting away from plastics. Getting rid of, any kind of fluoride that's in anything that you're taking. Limiting and getting rid of coffee, alcohol, drugs, all that stuff. Being the best you can be every day, even when you don't feel well, right? Trying to be the best that you can be. Keep forging ahead, because this technocracy won't last, because it will kill people. Because technocracy was COVID, and technocracy will come again. They want those mNRA things in you in the worst friggin' way, because that's all part of a plan too, and a nice one. It isn't. Transhumanism's real. These guys have written papers on biodigital convergence, the singularity. These are evil, mad scientists with tons and tons of money. Okay. Have a good day. Stay strong. Move your body. Eat well. Do all the things that are right for you. And don't laugh at the misfortune of others. You're playing around with something not very nice, right? AI is not very nice. Don't get swayed into it with the hopium. Okay. Take care.